I have a new product to show you guys today. This is brought to you by RainPoint, and they sent out their 2-zone Wi-Fi water timer with their smart display hub. They reached out, asked me if I could take a look at their product and give you guys an idea of what I think about it. So let's go ahead and get to the unboxing. So upon opening the box, they give you a quick start guide, which shows you how to set up the app and get the product going. You also get a 5-year warranty card, which you need to scan the QR code to set up. They give you this user manual, which shows you how to work your 2-zone timer. And then you also get a user manual on how to use the smart hub that you get that comes with the kit. The top of the box comes with this hub that actually a very large screen. I'm pretty impressed with it. It's wrapped in bubble wrap. They give you a base, and it shows you how to use the hub and how to set up your 5-year warranty. It takes 3 AA batteries, and like I said, comes with a stand so that way you can mount it anywhere you need to. The RainPoint smart irrigation system. So you have 2 zones. You have your left zone and your right zone. So this is all set up through the hub and the app. It goes on your standard spigot outside of your house that you just thread on. And this also takes 4 AA batteries. You also get an adapter so that way you can plug in your screen to the wall, and that plugs in right back over here. And last but not least, they give you some thread sealer so that way you can make sure that all your connections are waterproof. So next, we're going to go ahead and get power to this and see what the display looks like. So now we have the screen lit up and we have everything plugged in. Let's go ahead and see how we use this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get our user manual, which is label number 1, which is where you need to start first to set up your hub. The screen gives you a lot of different information about your situation of where you're located at. So it'll show you your Wi-Fi signal, show you your hydrometer, it'll show you smart backlight, it'll show you a freezing point alert, calendar, UV level, pretty much everything you're going to possibly need to know for your garden. So the first thing we need to do, looks like we need to go ahead and set this up on the app. So let's get that started. To get the app, either you're going to go ahead into your Google Play Store or your Apple App Store, and you can also go ahead and scan these QR codes to download the app as well. Now that we're done with setting up the app itself with registering and whatnot, we're going to go ahead and hit this plus button up the top right corner. And what we're looking for is the display hub, so we're going to tap on this top left. So now it's going to want to log into your Wi-Fi, so go ahead and set that up. So as you see here, we have the app all set up, and now we can go ahead and take a look back at our smart hub. So once you set up the app, this is what your screens are going to look like. So the next step is we're going to go ahead and get some batteries into our RainPoint watering device and set that up to pair it to the smart hub. So our next step is we're going to go ahead to our second part of our manual, and this is to go ahead and add batteries to our 2-zone water timer. It's got a nice weather seal around it, so it'll keep a lot of the moisture out of the battery compartment. So now we have 2 blinking, looks like faucets, so I think now it's going to be ready to pair with our device. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a look at the app now and see how we connect. Next, you're going to go to your HomeGuard app, open that back up. So the first thing we're going to do is hit this plus button. So after you go and hit the plus button, you're going to hit the all tab, and then you're going to find the 2-zone water timer. So it says ready for pairing, and now we are all set. So now our water timer is now connected to our monitor. So let's go ahead and set up this RainPoint 2-zone water timer and see how it connects to our drip irrigation system. Once you have your RainPoint timer synced up with your app, you can go and see all the different features this app actually carries. So it tells you exactly which unit you have. It shows your zone number 1 and your zone number 2, both showing online, so those are properly added to the application. Here you can see your plan down at the bottom. You see irrigation, your statistics, and mist. We are going to click on plan, and this shows you a rain delay, and also you can set your calendar up here at the top. On the plus setting is how you go in and change your plans. So you can also change your start times. You can go to your statistics, and it shows you what your watering has been like for the last 30 days or 12 months, shows you the gallons that you've used and durations. I think this is actually a really cool feature, so that way you keep track of your watering schedules and how much efficiency you are using. So this is actually really cool that they add this on here. It's kind of brings awareness to how much water you're actually using per irrigation cycle. that is the valve on the left. So if you want to do the valve on the right, say you have a different zone, you can set that completely different. So since we set our plan on the left side to have it on odd days, you can go to the right side and have everything set on even days. So you can alternate your watering cycles, you can change your schedule, you can do whatever you need to independently of the other zone, which is also a nice feature to have, so that way you don't have to disconnect and reconnect things. Please excuse the air conditioning noise in the background, nothing I can really do about that. But this is my current setup that I have for my irrigation for my on top of my deck. So you can see I have a splitter going off into a manual water timer, and then I have my hose coming off the other side. So next up, let's go ahead and put on this new RainPoint self-watering timer. We'll see how this goes. So we now have the new RainPoint unit hooked up. So I have my left side is me for my drip irrigation, which you can see here. It's running all the way onto the deck. And then I have this for my hose. So this one, what's really nice about this is I can go ahead and just push this button right here and it'll turn on just this side. So I can just manually come up and tap it, turn it on, turn it off. You don't have to have the phone going. You don't have to run an app while you're just trying to manually use some water. So if you're just up here and need to turn on some water real quick, just tap that button and it'll turn on the water. So that's your manual on. Push it again, manual off. So let's go see if it's working up top. And as you can see, the irrigation is running up top on the deck. So I gotta say, it's doing what it needs to do. It's putting out water, and so far I'm pretty pleased with this product. And once again, to turn power off to the selected zone, just go ahead and push the button, and now the water's turned off. So after coming back inside and checking out our digital display here, we can see some information about the RainPoint water timer that you probably wouldn't know if you didn't have something that actually monitored usage. So it shows you right here on the bottom how much gallons we just used to water for just, a couple minutes. It wasn't anything special, just a quick demonstration. And we use 1.1 gallons. So it kind of, brings more awareness to how much water you're actually using, which will help you to conserve some water potentially. And maybe see if you have leaks or something somewhere. So now that we're done trying it outside, let's go ahead and bring it outside and check out some pros and cons of this unit. So one feature that I like is this bright LCD screen that shows you a lot of different information about your surrounding areas. So it shows you the high and low for the temperature for the day, as well as your interior and exterior temperature and humidity, as well as right in the middle of the screen, it shows you your next watering cycle, as well as how many gallons of water you used on your last usage. Another thing that I like about this is that it uses Wi-Fi to be able to connect to the timer that's on the outside of the house. I have very good signal strength and I haven't noticed any kind of dropping out or signal loss. You can use your house power. Also, it's backed up by 4 AA batteries, so that way you can make sure that you still have power going to your Wi-Fi controller even if there's a power outage in your home. So using the app, they actually give you a lot of different parameters you can use to set up your water timer for the specific applications that you're using. So you can control 1 zone or 2 zones simultaneously, or you can control them individually. So another very cool option that you have with this app is that there's also a rain delay button, so that way you can delay any potential watering. So that way you're not wasting water or resources and watering plants that are going to get watered by nature anyway. There's another very cool feature that I like about the app is that you can stop and start watering as determined by the amount of water that you're using. So if you tap on our plan A over here, you can see that there's a stop watering by, and you can change it for usage, or you can do a duration, so you can have it go for 10 minutes or however long you want it to go. And you can also change the durations to water usage, so you can set your parameters whether you want it to stop at a certain amount of gallons or maximum watering time. This will probably save a couple of bucks on your watering bill just by knowing exactly what you're putting out into your garden. So let's go ahead and talk about the RainPoint timer itself. Some pros of this are you have your 2 zones that are individually operated by tapping whichever button you need, which is very nice, so that if you're out in the garden, you need to just turn on your hose real quick. You just go ahead and tap this button, it'll turn on your hose. Same if you just tap it off, it'll shut it off. So I think that's a very nice, simple way to override having to push a bunch of different buttons in order just to get manual water coming out of your timer. Another key note to feature here is the fact that they made sure that they put the backing to be as waterproof as possible. There's a nice gasket around this lid to make sure that your batteries stay safe and stay dry. So with every set of pros, there's always some cons that are involved. Well, with this unit, there aren't very much that I can really pick apart as far as cons are concerned, The only thing I can really think of is really just to do with technology as to where it's at now. So I would say that the faults really lie in the fact that you need to have an app in order to have this work with the settings that you want. So there's no manual buttons to go and change any of your watering durations that I know of. Everything is controlled through the app. So if you don't have the app, or you're somewhere where you don't have, let's say, Wi-Fi, you also won't be able to use the product. Another potential con that could bother some people is the fact that it uses 4 AA batteries. So batteries can get expensive over time. I'm not sure exactly what the battery duration is of this product, but one thing to keep in mind is the fact is that the timer outside does use battery, and you will need to replace them some point in time. But all things considered, I would say if you're in the market to upgrade your drip or lawn irrigation to a more modern timer, I highly recommend checking out RainPoint. If you go and check in the comments in the description, there's a link posted below that's going to show all the products that RainPoint has to offer. If you are in their website and you happen to come across something you like, and it's before October 31st of 2023, be sure to use code MOW15OFF to get 15% off your order. That's MOW15OFF through October 31st, and you can receive 15% off your next order. At this point, I'd like to thank RainPoint for sending out an awesome product for me to share with you all. I think that this is a very good option if you're looking to find a way to automate your irrigation or your lawn setup. So as I said, check out their links that are down below in the comments and description below. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, and hope you guys have a great day. Take care.